Hey YouTube, what's going on? Danny here with DTC, bringing you the hottest hardware and the newest news of 2020. Today I want to tell you about what's going on in the PC space as far as like the newest info, the stock issues that are going on. I want to give you the status of the stock, and then as well as what you can do in the meantime, because little disclaimer, you can't get anything. All right, let's get into it. Okay, first item on the agenda is NVIDIA. NVIDIA was the first ones to release any of their new products, and in case you didn't know, NVIDIA is a graphics card company. But this year they just released their 30 series cards. This is the 3080, 3090, and actually the 3070 released last. The 3080 is $699 USD, the 3090 is $1499 USD, and the 3070 is $499 USD. Their release dates were September 17th, September 24th, and October 28th. All these cards came out, but you can't get a hold of them at all. I've been adamantly trying to get a 30 series graphics card because I really like NVIDIA. I have so many of their products already, and I'm still rocking my 2080 Ti because I can't get a hold of a 30 series card. Just like you, I'm frustrated because I watch all these reviewers' videos where they've got 20 different cards that they're talking about and sitting on their desks, and I can't even get one of them. But don't be discouraged. I mean, stock has to normalize eventually. From what I've seen in all the talks about this and everything, once 2021's first quarter comes around, things are gonna be normalizing. You can either hold tight or you can get last gen stuff. You're gonna have to get it used though. Don't try to go on Newegg or Amazon or something and buy a new 2080 Ti, a 2080, a 2070 Super, or something like that, because you're gonna overpay for it. What you can do right now is pretty much what I've been doing, is look on the used market on OfferUp or Craigslist or wherever you find your used parts at. You can find a 2080 Ti for like 500 bucks USD. I've seen them on eBay myself. I haven't picked one up because I already got one, and their performance matches a 3070. I mean, you can see it in all these reviewers' videos. It's either on par or the 3070 may beat it by a little bit. But in reality, you've got 11 gigs of VRAM on the 2080 Ti versus the 8 gigs of VRAM on the 3070. So in retrospect, you have a better choice of a card. Now it's a higher power draw and everything like that. So I guess it's kind of a trade-off. But if you can't get a hold of anything, that's your best bet. If you need something until that time, I recommend, the 2080 Ti. You can even get a 2070 Super used, but don't overpay for it. Just know what you're getting beforehand. I wouldn't pay more than 300 bucks for a 2070 Super, because in reality, if you just wait a little bit, you can get a 3070, which has better performance for the same price. Also, on that note, the Ti variants are like right around the corner because AMD recently released their cards, which I'm going to get into in a second. NVIDIA has teased that they're going to be coming out with Ti variants. So there's rumors on the horizon, a 3080 Ti, a 3070 Ti, and there's definitely a 3060 Ti. It's right around the corner. I've seen clips and stuff of the performance numbers, so it's obviously out there. But the Ti variants are going to have more VRAM. They're rumored to have more VRAM. The 3080 Ti is said to have 20 gigs of VRAM. And then as far as NVIDIA goes, the things that you get benefiting over AMD is like ray tracing performance. They're in their second generation of ray tracing, so they've really perfected it as far as that goes. And that's the selling point to NVIDIA. Their performance is pretty on par with AMD, but their ray tracing performance and DLSS performance is by far better than what AMD is offering. So speaking of AMD, let's talk about their products that they're offering here now. The Radeon series that just came out, which released on November 18th, is the 6800 and the 6800 XT. But the 6900 XT doesn't come out till December 8th. That card comes in at $999, and then the 6800 XT is $649, and the 6800 is $579. These are MSRPs. USD prices, obviously, they may change in your region. The big selling points for AMD is that it trades blows with NVIDIA, like I said, except on ray tracing performance. The other issue with it is their stock was lower than NVIDIA's at launch. AMD was boasting that they were going to have better stock than NVIDIA, that they were going to sell better, they were going to get the cards in the hands of the gamers, and that's simply not what happened. As of the time of this filming, the 6900 XT was not out yet. I'm sure it's out by now, but it's going to be the exact same as the 6800 XT and the 6800. You're just not going to be able to get them at this point. You're going to have to wait till Q1 of 2021 really to start securing these types of cards. AIB partner cards should be coming out. Actually, they should be out by the time this video releases, but you'll be able to start getting your hands on these types of cards. AMD actually did like a little thing on Twitter, I think I saw it, and it said that they're going to be stopping production of their reference design cards and only selling AIB partner cards. Like they're going to sell the GPUs to the AIBs so that they can get those cards out to you as fast as possible. Like I said with the NVIDIA stuff, if you want to get a card now and you need something right away, the previous gen cards are out there. You can get 5700 XTs and 5700s all day for decent prices. So if you're building a rig or something like that and you need a graphics card that holds you over until these cards come into stock, get last gen stuff, but you can get them on the used market and they are still perfectly fine. A lot of them still have the manufacturer's warranty on them. So that's your best bet as far as securing a card right now. Another way that you can get a hold of a card if you really need something or if you want the latest gen stuff is to go on these companies' websites like EVGA as far as NVIDIA goes. They have like a queue system when it comes to getting their cards. I've been in the system since day one and I still haven't gotten my email saying, hey, congratulations, you can buy your card. But I guess it's there. But your best bet is to just check one of these tracker websites and kind of just be on the computer or on your phone all the time. And it's just like a PlayStation or an Xbox at this new launch. The demand is so high and the stock is so low that people are going to be fighting for these things for the foreseeable future until 2021. It's just a fact. It's going to happen. I call these things the big three because you've got NVIDIA's graphics cards, you got AMD's graphics cards, and you also have AMD's processor line, their Ryzen series processors. AMD released 4 processors recently. All 4 processors came out on November 5th and they sold out almost instantly. They are the 5600X, the 5800X, the 5900X, and the 5950X. This is the next generation, which is Zen 3 processors to their last gen stuff, the 3000 series Ryzen processors. I myself have a couple Ryzen 3000 series processors, and I actually picked up one of the 5000 series. I got the 5600X recently that I've been doing some testing with, and hopefully I can do some videos in the future on it. All the high-end stock was really non-existent. Like I said, I picked up a 5600X, but the 5900X and the 5950X, I didn't even see those things go on sale. When the stock does come in, it's going out as quickly as it's showing up. So you really just have to be on top of the ball if you want these things. But honestly, my recommendation to you is don't get the newest processors. Unless you're building something crazy high-end that you're going to pair with a 3080 or a 3090 or something like that, you're going to create a GPU bottleneck. I did some testing of the 5600X, the 3600, and the 10600K with a RTX 2080. And the numbers really speak for themselves. If you're going to be using those types of components, you're probably not going to game at medium settings unless you're like a competitive gamer or something like that. And the numbers were really not any different. Like I ran the 2080 with high and ultra settings at 1080p, and the 5600X, the 3600, they all were the same. The processor didn't matter. It all boiled down to the GPU. And then if you're gaming at 1440p or 4K, it's even more GPU bound. Where you may have wanted to get a 5800X, you could get a 3700X for less money with the same core counts and put that money towards your GPU. You could put it towards a 3070 or a 3080 or a 6800 XT. At this time, AMD has the best thing. The Ryzen 5000 is the best processors out there. But in reality, like I said, you can spend the money better elsewhere by getting a better GPU and do something else with the CPU. There's tons of options out there that are available right now that you don't have to wait on Ryzen 5000 to come in stock. So that's it for the wrap up of this. I just wanted to give you the information about how the PC space looks right now, what these parts, what the hot parts are to get, what everyone is trying to get in case you already didn't know. and when you can expect to start to see these things coming into stock. Like I said, after Christmas time, the production is really going to ramp up and everything, and everyone is going to be able to start getting these things. The scalpers will be dying off. It happens with everything. It's just escalated because of all the issues going on in the world right now, and the fact that all of these production factories had to slow or stop their production. If you want to see some reviews of these things, I'll be trying to pick them up myself when they all come out. So if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash that like button for me and subscribe down below. I've been having a lot of fun doing this, and I'm going to continue to do it in the future no matter what. As always, I'm Danny with Danny's Tech Channel, and I'll see you in the next video.
'Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and Omega. Even if we go